what we're doing here, we've got a couple of small lambs that are not sucking. So what we do is we tip the ewe upside down and tip the ewe upside down, and we latch the lambs on. One of them's had quite a bit of milk, and this one he's a bit flat still. So we'll do them again this afternoon and see how we go in an hour or two. Now here we're back again this afternoon, and we have achieved in getting one of the lambs to feed properly. This little fella here, he's a bit lost. He's still showing sort of dummy traits. He's looking for the milk, but he can't find it. And you'll see him bumping around the place. His brother's got the idea. He's still a little bit lost, but he's just had a big drink. This little fella, he just keeps running around, bumping into things. And they're quite small lambs too, so you don't want to leave them for too long to get dehydrated. But yes, the other fella, he's a bit lost again, so we'll just set him up so we can get him back in the right direction. Getting back under there. But yeah, sometimes you just need to just push, give them a bit of a push in the right direction. And now you can see he's back on the teat again. Little tail's wagging. And he's making all the right noises, which is great. Okay, so we're happy with him. He'll be fine, this little fella. But this little one, we're going to keep a close eye on. He's still having problems attaching. He's looking at all the wrong places for the milk. So we just have to keep an eye on him and make sure he gets onto his mother. So far so good. We'll let you know how it all goes. But this little fella's going quite well, and we're just holding the ewe, and she's quite relaxed. She's not a particularly tame ewe either, but it's her first lambs. But she's quite happy just to stand there while the baby's having a feed. So just keep a bit of an eye on them. Make sure they get a feed every few hours, and they should come quite good. Now here we have that lamb that was having trouble feeding. We ended up having to stomach tube him with some electrolyte. And if you see it in the earlier part of the video, we held the ewe down. She was very cooperative mother. She wasn't a problem there. But the lambs were dummy lambs, which means they just don't feed. And this one particularly was very, very dehydrated. We managed to get a stomach tube into it twice, and now, as you can see, it's feeding actively. They're still both of them are still quite lean, just because of just that space that they just didn't feed straight away when they were born, and they dehydrate and die very, very quickly. So anyway, we got the first lamb. He went on straight away, but the second lamb just couldn't suck. He'd put the teat in his mouth. We were, making him put milk in his mouth and swallow, but he was still going downhill very quickly. So on the second day, we got the stomach tube in and the electrolyte twice and filled his little tummy up, and then his reflex to drink came back in, which was just fantastic. It was a brilliant outcome. The other little fella's over the other side. I think he's also drinking at the moment. Let's see if we can spot him. Oh, he's over there in the shade. But it was just a brilliant outcome for it, because I really didn't think this little fella would make it. But just goes to show you, a $6 packet of electrolyte, what it can do and how quickly they can come back. And so it was a perfect outcome of two lovely little healthy lambs. Oh, here we are now. Whoop. That's right, Mummy. Just walk all over the top of him. But yes, as you can see there, they're lovely and healthy. They're hungry. She's recovered well, and couldn't ask for a better outcome.